edition of the NBA on Christmas Day. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You take a look at Phoenix, slogging along so far, sitting at 10th place in the conference.
Well, I think for Phoenix, they failed to deliver the great season people were hoping for, but it's far from hopeless. Plenty of time to turn things around for them.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. KD and Nurkic are the big men for them. Devin Booker out there with Tyus Jones. And it's Beal in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, LaVine and Williams are the 2 forwards. Gideon White pair to make the backcourt. And it's Vucevic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Well, Grant, there's a lot to love about Christmas Day, not the least of which are the great NBA matchups we always get.
Oh, B.A., we've seen some Christmas classics over the years, haven't we? Something about playing on this holiday brings out the best in players and teams.
Now here's LaVine. Pass to Giddey. And Nurkic comes to help. Here's LaVine for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
LaVine's form is pure. That three-point shot is pretty.
Now here's Beal. And the layup is good off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's Giddey. And that one is stuffed right through.
6'8". That's excellent size, and Josh Giddey makes that dunk easy work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat, and KD's name came up pretty quickly. I asked Coach about strategy for Durant, and he said, I want to get physical with him, make sure he's not getting easy looks at the hoop, and ruffle his feathers. So the orders for the defense are to stay tough with Durant. Back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And it's Jones with the ball for Phoenix. Well, the last 4 years have been a wild ride in Phoenix.
Let's talk about it, B.A. 2021, up 2-0 in the finals, lose the series. 2022, win 64 games, look like a juggernaut, get bounced in the second round. 2023, new owner and the KD trade. 2024, swept in the first round. A crazy stretch.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter.
Get on Beal.
Beal against LaVine. Beal surveying the D. Durant against Williams. Shot from the top of the key. Chicago with a rebound. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
As they say, live by the 3, die by the 3. When you're too perimeter dependent, it's hard to maintain consistency game in and game out.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball too critical in today's NBA.
Beal outside. There's the triple. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Bulls leading by 4. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
What?
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Smith, he's checked in for Williams. O'Neal, he's checked in for the Suns. Here's Beal. 23 points for him last game against Denver. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Missed inside.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
White drives in. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Devin Booker.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Suns trail by 6. Beal outside. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Pass to White. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. White's got 6 points.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Outside O'Neal. Back to Booker, looking to end the run. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Chicago making their last shot. Durant for 3. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Bulls leading by 10. A minute 22 left in the first quarter. Vucevic draws the double. Smith outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist by White.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns.
Timeout.
And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year.
It was surprising they lost both games to this team last year. You would have thought the opposite.
And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Make some noise for your Chicago Lavables.
Group getting ready for Chicago. Williams is checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Buzelis comes in for Levine. Dosunmu, he's checked in for White. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Giddey. .58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Beal. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Yep, count it.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Now here's Beal. He's covered by Dosunmu to stop the drought. Rebound by the Bulls.
The way he's struggling this quarter, he's only adding to their troubles. They need his offense to come around.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That one drops for him.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
And here's Beal. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Jacks up a three. Beal with another miss. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Chicago ahead, up by 16. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And welcome back, one and all, for more NBA Christmas Day action. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Bulls team out there.
It's all about the strong inside-out game in the first period. It really helped them get some clean looks down low.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the court right now for the Suns, they've got Bradley Beal. He's out there with Monte Morris. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's done in at the power forward position. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. Here's Buzelis. He's scoreless. Off target with the three. O'Neal on the wing. Misses from short range. Chicago leading by 16. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
The shot by Buzelis is no good. Suns trail by 16. Morris deciding where to go with it. Tipped!
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
Inside, here's Buzelis. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from O'Neal. The Suns have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. And the Suns miss again. And Williams has got the ball here for the Bulls. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. To the middle. Smith right side. Pass to Buzelis. Clock at 6. To stop the drought. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Outside O'Neal. Pass to Beal. And it's in. Only 2 for 9, though.
Soft floating jumper from Beal right there, adding to his offensive attack. Seemed to totally catch the defense by surprise.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Check it out, the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been scorching the nets from range the last 10 games. Phoenix, number 1.
Number 1, you have to have good shooters. Number 2, you have to take good shots. This team is both talented and disciplined.
Bulls leading by 16. Here's Giddey. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
So elusive when handling the rock. What a move by Josh Giddey.
Booker, the pass to Plumlee. Durant for three. Yes, sir! KD for three.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Giddey against Jones. Giddey passes to Dosunmu. The three ball. Jones grabs the board. Suns trail by 15. Doris, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, Tyus Jones normally leads the league.
B.A., this guy is such a steady hand at the lead guard position. Tyus always makes excellent decisions, plays within himself, and plays mistake-free basketball. Boy, just tremendous focus from Devin Booker on the interior. It matters not if he's facing size. Look out.
Giddey passes to Levine. A minute 39 left to play in the first half. Misses in close.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Durant for three. Drains the triple. Durant's got 6.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Giddey. Doubled by Durant. Giddey passes to Vucevic from outside the arc. Connects from downtown. He's got 5.
Yeah, Vucevic matching threes and clapping right back.
Outside Durant. Back to Jones. Pass to Booker, and that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Williams is checked in for Chicago. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Suns. Beal comes in for Allen. And Beal puts up a deep 3. No good on the quick 3.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Levine surveys the D. Pulls it in from the elbow. No good off the back of the rim. Suns trail by 13. Pass to Durant. On the wing, Jones. Phoenix no good that time either. Outside Giddey. And so it's Chicago in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Phoenix Suns.
Guys, they're laying bricks out there. Shaq, I could read your mind as you were watching that.
I can't say that I was thinking out loud, not on this show.
Pointing out that they're shooting under 30% from 3. That's frosty. And time for a look here at how the West is shaping up as we continue to work our way through this season.
Taking a look at the Suns, they've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. It's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
So it's Chicago now. They led by as many as 18. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. White and Levine are out on the wings. Williams and Vucevic are inside. And it's Giddey in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 13-point lead. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
Here's Jones. Chicago making their last shot. Pass to Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Bradley Beal letting you know there's still an explosive level to his game. Off his feet, easy finish.
Giddey passes to Vucevic. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, Vucevic at his best. A reliable interior scorer, great size, great touch.
Beal outside. The kick to Durant. Nurkic a screen on Williams. Durant buries the jump shot. Durant's got 8.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Here's Giddey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, look at Giddey stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
Suns trail by 15. Outside Jones. Here's the pick. Launches it. Chicago grabs the miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Booker against White. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Williams. That shot off. Nice D from Durant. Down low. Here's Nurkic. Can't hit from in close. Chicago leading by 15. Williams with it. Guarded by Durant. Williams in the post. Durant's there. And Williams punches it home.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Suns trail by 17. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pass to Durant. Jones with a screen on Williams. Here's Durant. And the Suns miss again. For Chicago, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Giddey. Now Vucevic. They double-team Vucevic. Levine with it. 5 points in the game. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Chicago. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Clint Capella and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Chris Middleton and the Milwaukee Bucks.
They're looking at a lot of road contests in the next stretch, but this squad has been very good away from home, and I think that continues.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. Lonzo Ball comes in for Giddey. And a change for the Suns. O'Neal, he's checked in for Jones. Sinks the tray. Beal's got 9.
Well, this guy shoots it with such tremendous efficiency. Bradley Beal provides the most important thing in the NBA, and that's floor spacing.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Here on the T-shirts, let's hear it, fans.
switch here. Smith's checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Josh Giddey.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Now here's Ball. 6 points for him. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8 points now.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
2 minutes remaining in the
Outside Durant.
2 minutes.
And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We've got 1:55 left in the third. Back to O'Neal. 6 to shoot. For 3, Booker. And the Suns get it back. Durant finds Beal. Smith against Durant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Jalen Smith.
I mean, defensively, you are just contending with so much when you're checking Kevin Durant. It's not just the length. This guy is one of the most skilled, gifted offensive players in NBA history.
And he drops the first. Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, B.A., he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks. This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. Oh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area, huh?
Now here's Durant. He's got 10. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the inside. Here's Smith. Banked it in off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 18.
I love this game plan. That's 10 points in a row from in close.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Booker. Beal with a screen on Ball. Booker for 3. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ball against Booker. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. It's going to be Ball shooting. And it's going to go on Devin Booker. Chicago shooting their first foul shot of the game. Who's Ellis is checked in for Chicago. Horton Tucker comes in for White.
Shooting 1.
One shot.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Now Beal, 9 points in the game. Inside, here's Dunn. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass and rhythm.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Mason Plumlee. Tyus Jones is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal, and it's Dunn in at the 4. And here's Ball. No good on the triple. Here's Jones. O'Neal with it. Back to Jones. Screen by O'Neal. Jones misses. Bulls leading by 17. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Ball. Now Smith. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Mason Plumlee.
So far, Jalen Smith has proven to be a quality role player. This guy works his tail off both ends.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
Allen, he's checked in for the Suns. Smith hits them both. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. 19-point game. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
How about the vision from Devin Booker? Yes, he can score it, but that's a pretty pass.
Ball surveys the floor. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Bulls leading by 19. Now here's Smith. Pass to Dosunmu. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Craig passes to Smith. That three's off the mark. Suns trail by 19. Now Booker. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The Bulls have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
For Chicago, Zach LaVine comes in for Smith, and it's Carter in for Ball. And a change for the Suns. Nurkic is checked in for Plumlee. Jones against Carter. Pass to Craig. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
And he's just crushing them with plays like that. I mean, just continuing to pile it on.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Booker for 3. Offensive rebound. Fires the 3. And Craig pulls it down.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Pass to LaVine. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Phoenix has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Allen outside, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
He had played mistake-free basketball until that one, his first turnover of the night.
A different look for Phoenix. Kevin Durant comes in for O'Neal, and it's Beal in for Allen. Bulls leading by 23. And here's Giddey. He takes it in. Basket's good.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
The Suns have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Durant for three. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
KD, if you allow him to spot up, the easy money sniper will not miss.
White on the wing. Booker with the defensive effort. The Suns have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Let's go with a three. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Phoenix making some changes. A minute 50 left in the game. Morris can't hit. Bulls leading by 22. Smith outside. Pass the ball. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There are some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Chicago making their last shot. There's a screen for three. Allen fires in the triple.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bulls.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And this is a nice victory for them. It's win number 14 of the year.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Nikola Vucevic.
Boy, this guy played with some swagger and intensity on the boards tonight, dominating the physical aspect of the game.
Here's Ball. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Here's Craig. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's Smith. Pass to Terry. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Nikola Vucevic.